Welcome back, my friends. Currently, we're on day 319 of Russia's disastrous invasion of Ukraine. And do you remember on New Year's Eve, there was this HIMARS strike in the city of Makiivka? For whatever reason, hundreds of Russian soldiers were all gathered in this building, their position was known, and it got HIMARSed. Potentially between 400 and 600 Russian soldiers were killed in this single attack. Well, the Russian military is claiming that they got their revenge, and they're saying that they now themselves have killed 600 Ukrainian soldiers in a single strike on the dormitory buildings 28 and 47 in the city of Kramatorsk. The problem for this claim is that there are journalists and even civilians on the scene, and it's obvious to everyone that 600 Ukrainian soldiers were not killed. No sign of casualties after Russia claims revenge attack on Ukrainian soldiers. A Russian missile attack on the city of Kramatorsk missed its targets, and there were no obvious signs of casualties, a Reuters reporter said on Sunday, after Moscow claimed the strike killed 600 Ukrainian soldiers. And this is how pathetic the Russian military is, that they would claim to kill an equal number that they just lost about a week ago. And they didn't even hit the building. They didn't even destroy the building. They hit the parking lot. Yes, it blew out all the windows of this dormitory. It did a lot of damage. But it certainly didn't kill 600 Ukrainian soldiers, as they're falsely reporting to their military, falsely reporting to their people. But we did get an interesting video. This is from Nexta Media, and this is of a Russian soldier who survived the HIMARS attack in Makiivka. His name is Anton Golvinsky, and he was in the technical college in Makiivka when it was hit. And this is what he has to say. He's currently dying, and he eventually did die in this hospital in Rostov-on-Don. His voice is very soft, so I'll link this video down below if you understand Russian and want to listen to him. Otherwise, I'm just going to read the subtitles for you. And he says, "My name is Anton Golvinsky, mobilized from Samara, 44th Regiment. At the end of December, we were brought to Makiivka. We were placed in a College of Technology building. We asked to be placed separately, not all together. On New Year's Eve, we were gathered in the assembly hall to listen to Putin's New Year's Eve speech. We asked not to do that. All the locals knew about it. Everyone knew about it, this gathering in this building on New Year's Eve. We were told to follow the orders of the colonel, a criminal order to have so many people gathered in one place. The colonel's name was Roman Enekiev. It was because of him that almost all of our guys died. It's a miracle I'm alive." And this man eventually did go on to die. Lots of survivors were being kept in the dark, like their families weren't being told where they were being sent. They weren't being allowed to communicate. The Russian military was trying to cover up their own incompetence that led to this gathering by this colonel who wanted all of these recently mobilized men to listen to Putin's New Year's Eve speech. So Russia's incompetent, and they're burning through all of their recently mobilized men. They're probably losing over 1,000 a day from killed in action, wounded, or captured. So the big event that everyone is predicting for this month is Russia is going to mobilize another 500,000 soldiers, and they're going to start this process probably in the next couple days or couple weeks. If they don't deliver victory, then Putin will collapse. This is according to Ukrainian spy chief. So what might happen is Russia is going to declare martial law and close their borders. They don't want an embarrassment repeated like last September. Last September, when they mobilized, more Russian men left the country than the military was able to successfully mobilize. So they're going to close their borders, and they're going to tell everyone, they're not allowed to move while mobilization is in process. They don't want these men escaping. And it's important to remind everyone that conscription has never ended. Mobilization, ideally, you're bringing back men with prior military experience, but with conscription, you're just grabbing brand new guys without military experience. There's been lots of videos going viral online of Russian men being conscripted and then burning their draft notices. I can share with you these two videos. And this is the correct thing to do. Yes, burn your draft card. Don't show up for service, but maybe don't record it showing your name and then posting it on social media. I'm pretty confident the FSB are going to find these guys. The next bizarre story you should know about is that Russian media is pumping these rumors that Apple and Google might soon brick all devices inside of Russia. What does that mean, to brick a device? Because Apple owns the iOS operating system and Google owns the Android operating system, I guess in theory, if these two companies wanted to deactivate or make useless all mobile devices inside of Russia, I guess they could do this. I don't think Apple and Google would actually do this, though. Who would actually do this? And it's Vladimir Putin and the Russian government. They might temporarily brick or disable everyone's mobile device when they declare martial law and they begin mobilization. So what the Kremlin wants to do is they want to be able to disable everyone's mobile device or even shut off the internet and then blame Western companies saying that they're the ones who did it. War is peace, ignorance is strength, freedom is slavery. This is Orwell's 1984. Here's a clip of a Russian IT specialist once again promoting this rumor that Google and Apple might do this to everyone's mobile device inside of Russia.
Но нам могут отключить не только айфоны. Нам могут отключить все, что работает на андроиде. Вы так не радуетесь, собственно. Все смартфоны на территории Российской Федерации гипотетически могут быть выключены. Это же вот одна из тех угроз, о которых мы говорим. Вот это вот как раз кибервойна, да? Все устройства.
If Google and Apple were to do this, I think they would have already done it, so more than likely this is just disinformation from the Kremlin of something that they're planning themselves to potentially do in the near future. Let's give an update on these M2 Bradleys being delivered from the United States to Ukraine, and the Pentagon said that they will be training about 500 Ukrainian soldiers a month to operate the M2 Bradley. This indicates that the USA is setting up a large training program and is planning to send a lot more Bradleys to Ukraine in future aid packages. So in this $3 billion package announced this week, 50 of these M2 Bradleys are being given to Ukraine, and I got comments saying, why only 50? Why not hundreds? And I think the plan eventually is hundreds. Just like when the HIMARS was introduced last July, in the initial security package, only 4 were given. But in future packages, more were announced, more were delivered. So the Pentagon is getting very serious about training Ukrainians how to properly operate these Bradleys. Here's the quote from military.com. The new combined arms and joint maneuver training is slated to begin within a couple weeks in Germany and will train roughly a battalion of Ukrainian troops, around 500 each month. This is according to Brigadier General Pat Ryder. So let's check in with the front lines. Ukraine situation report. Mining town of Soledar holds against latest Russian onslaught. The chill of the winter has not stopped the brutal and bloody struggle for even small gains in the Donbas region. So for 10 months, the Wagner Group has failed to capture the city of Bakhmut out of frustration, I think, with a lot of media covering their failure. They're now shifting their strategy and they're trying to go around the city, and the focus has been on the small mining town of Soledar. If the Russians capture it, It's not a big deal. There's a small river or stream just behind Soledar. The Ukrainians have already constructed new defense lines should they have to fall back to the other side of the stream. Let's check in with our Cossack defender in the field. I'm being told his name is Kianin, and here is his update from this morning.
Вітання, Україна. Вітання з міста Бахмут. Сьогодні зі мною мої побратими Лабус і Бедеха, оперативні обстановки, просто скажуть пару слів. Брате, скажи, що у нас відбувається?
Відбувається, як ви зараз чуєте, бій. Тобто вони лізуть без кінця, безперервно. Але хлопці тримаються, і Бахмут на цей час, на цей момент наш.
Лабус, скажи пару слів.
А то є те, що там теж холодно. І їм холодніше.
Але ж наші тримаються, хлопці молодці.
Друзі, коротко додам. По-перше, хочу подякувати. Є у нас такий товариш в Литві, Дімітріус, який зробив репост у Твіттері і допомогли зібрати кошти для потреб на Маkiivки, там, на взуття, на багато чого інше. Дуже допомогли. Подяка тобі, брате. Особливо подяка Люді Поляничка, яка купила нам Starlink.
So in this video, Kianin himself, he's been vlogging daily for almost a month from the city of Bakhmut. He's thanking this man right here. This is Dmitry from Estonia, who operates the website wartranslated.com. He's got 266,000 followers. And 2 days ago, he posted on Twitter asking for donations for Kianin's units. This is the 204th Battalion of the 93rd Brigade, currently fighting in the city of Bakhmut. So the website donation point, I'll link this in the pinned comment down below. It's through the website Monobank. I don't know if this is a native Ukrainian website and service. I've never used it before, but if you feel confident and comfortable using Monobank and you want to donate to the 204th Battalion, I'll once again include this link down below. But let's try and balance out our coverage here. I showed you a clip of Ukrainian defenders. Let's show a clip of recently mobilized Russian men. And these Russian mobilized men were trained for months to become artillerymen. Yet as soon as they reached the front lines in Ukraine, their commanding officer told them, "No, you're not going to be doing artillery. You're an infantryman. You're a grunt. We're going to send you right to the front." So these men panicked and freaked out, decided to film a video directly appealing for help to Vladimir Putin.
Верховному главнокомандующему Вооруженных сил Российской Федерации, министру обороны РФ. Обращение. Мы, артиллеристы, которых мобилизовали в рамках вашего указа, прибыли в ДНР, первый армейский корпус. Командование корпуса нас не слышит, пытается сформировать из нас пехотное подразделение. Согласно вашего указа, мобилизованные сформировались по артиллерийскому ВУСу и не могут применяться по другому назначению. Личный состав полностью слажен для выполнения боевых задач в составе артиллерийского дивизиона. Просим вас разобраться в данном вопросе. Задачи по прямому предназначению выполнять готовы. С уважением к вам, мобилизованные артиллеристы.
Vladimir Putin doesn't care if these men live or die. I'm always surprised when I see these videos going viral of Russian soldiers complaining about their primary and local leadership to Russian high command or Putin himself, begging for a change in orders when these are the orders. Go to Ukraine and die. They're trading bodies for time, stalling for future mobilizations, future increases in defense production. None of it matters. It doesn't matter if these men trained for months to become artillerymen. Artillerymen are not primarily who are dying on the front lines. It's grunt infantrymen sleeping in trenches. So I imagine that these men, once they're identified, they're going to get punished, and they're not going to get what they want, because if you can film a video asking Putin nicely for what you want, then it's only going to encourage more of these videos. So this is not going to end well for these men. Let's now wrap up this video with a couple feel-good clips. The first one is of a dog scared from shelling. He fell down this pit, and local police officers in the city of Kherson are going to rescue him.
Допомагаємо собачці. Ось так собачка бідна попала в яму. Зараз ми будемо пробувати неї отсюди з допомогою дверей якось підіймати наверх. І туди, да, на ту сторону. Не щас випрыгни. Давай, давай. О, іди сюди. Іди. Іди, мой. Іди. Розумний пес. Іди. Давай. Бачиш, вже... Давай. Степанович, тільки не... Іди сюди. Бери його. Іди. І хороший.
Every life matters. Final clip I have for you is of a daughter excited to see her father coming home to visit.
Так, девочки, разбирайте цветы. Це Ані. А Каріна вибирає.
That's all for this update video. Glory to the heroes, glory to Ukraine. If you found this video informative, give me a thumbs up. Best way to support the channel. Comments or questions, let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys. Till the next video, take care, be safe.